Brandon Copeland, welcome to WJZ.
Thank you.
Welcome back home.
Thank you.
Great to have you.
Thanks for being
Gilman
here.
Greg, currently employed by a small organization you may have heard of known as the Detroit Lions. Wow, it's a pretty cool thing. I want to get this out of the way real fast because we're online. You may be logging on in late July, August, September, or you may be logging on before July the 9th. If you are, Brandon's in town holding basically his first football camp.
It's great.
7th through 11th graders, July 9th at Sturtowitz Field at Patterson Park. And you can go to bcopeland.com and register and find out more. We did an entire coffee about it, which is on the same page where you clicked on here.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is pretty. When did it first get in your mind? I want to do a football camp for kids.
Ever since I entered the NFL, but it's been a dream of mine since high school. So, you dream of being on the big screen and making plays on Sunday and your friends and family being able to watch you. But for me, that was, I'm not going to say that was not a dream, but then for me also being able to come back home and give the youth and a young Brandon Copeland, a young Darius Jennings, Cyrus Jones some encouragement for the day and some positive reinforcement, that's also been a dream for me.
Yeah.
Hey, let me take us inside the ropes and just put this down real quick. What I'll do is control, I'll leave it up. I just won't close it. Take me inside the ropes of the NFL. One of my best friends in the world. He's closer to me than my own brother was.
Gotcha.
He happens to also be my agent because his company has a media side, but he is primarily a pro football agent. His name's Tony Agnon.
Gotcha.
Tony has seminars for all the college students that he represents that have been drafted.
Okay.
Financial, life seminars, this, that. And I have, in the NFL, does the NFL come to you guys when you first come in the league or come around to teams yearly and say, hey, here's some things you may want to consider. Yep. Here's how you may want to direct yourself. Take me inside the ropes. How's that?
Yeah, so as a rookie entering the NFL, you have what they call a rookie transition program. So the NFL does that with all of the draft picks, but each individual team has a meeting every single week with just the rookies coming into the program, whether you're drafted or undrafted. And, every single week could be a different topic of, handling your finances, learning how to say no, learning about taxes, just things that a lot of the guys in the locker room probably have not ever had to think about because, they were on scholarship or, always tied up and, a tutor was handling things or an advisor was handling all of their, the things going on in their lives. So,
but look, this is not unique to football. Right now he's still my soon-to-be son-in-law, but after July 30, he's going to be my son-in-law. He's a dental school grad. They don't teach them business.
Right.
He actually knew he wanted to go to dental school, so he double majored. He has a business degree.
Right.
I know some doctors, guys who are on the verge of curing diseases can't even balance their checkbook.
Yeah.
Because they've never been taught.
Right. I guess, after the NFL, all those documentaries about 30 for 30, ESPN 30 for 30 broke and things like that, the NFL is trying to do their best to combat that and give the players as much knowledge as they can so that, hey, if you mess this up now, it's pretty much on you.
So it's extremely helpful.
Exactly, yeah. The seminars definitely are, even though, during the season you get that, the veterans, we always make fun of the rookies now because, we get off from practice and we get to go home and they might have 2 extra hours to meet and stuff like that. Exactly. When you're preparing for Green Bay, that's the last thing on your mind. But, at the end of the day, they all understand that it's only in their best interest to attend and take notes.
Look, big props to the NFLPA, too. We're union folks here. We're after SAG.
Gotcha.
And I'm sure the union and the NFL working together on this because it's good for everybody. It really is.
It definitely
is. Hey, take me inside the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
They're an NFC team. We don't really know a whole lot about them here. Long-time, storied organization.
Yep.
Are the fans like they are crazy Raven fans?
Yes. We have great fans. That's one thing. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows and up years and down years, but the fans, they're the one constant out there, and us as Lions football players, the only thing we're trying to do this year is play great football, and hopefully that pleases our fans. So.
When you look up, because you've been to Ravens games, you look up
Yeah.
the sea of purple. Is it a sea of that silver and blue?
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
thing?
it definitely is. Definitely is. And the good thing, I mean, Ravens games, those atmospheres, especially on defense, is just, almost second to none. The only places I can think of that are, compete with it are obviously the Seahawks and, Lions stadiums because we have that dome and it's just loud in there, so.
Take me to Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
Okay, because you play in a dome, nice and comfortable, walk up, set thermostat, 71 degrees. And all of a sudden you look at this schedule and you go, last week in December we're at
Right,
Lambeau.
Oh gosh. Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah.
Do you go sleeveless?
I did.
You did?
I did this year. This year, fortunately, when we played Green Bay, I mean, it might have been 50 degrees or something like that. But we had Chicago January 3rd, and there was a little bit of snow, but it was still like 30 degrees. So I actually sat out a year of football, just unemployed, not getting any calls, and I always told myself that if I ever got the chance, I remember watching other people play in December. I was like, if I ever get the chance to play, again, then I'll make sure I go sleeveless for that game.
Really?
And I remember actually, Lodi not. I remember I put on sleeves and stuff like that for Chicago. I had on the hood and everything, and I remember walking through the locker room and Lodi not. I was like, "Come on, man, are you serious?" And I was like, "Okay, I forgot it."
So you went sleeveless?
Yeah, so I had to take it off.
Oh my gosh, he shamed you.
Yeah,
He shamed you.
Yeah, when the Lodi says jump, you jump. That's a 5-time Pro Bowler.
Because Lodi still has a big presence here. He still
Yes.
does like the Ropo commercials.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That really honestly is.
Yeah, so but yeah, so I went sleeveless this year, and I remember showing my grandmother pictures, and she's like, I don't know, what are you thinking? You're just crazy. Were you sick after the game and stuff like that? But hey, it's.
Did you get sick after the game?
No, I didn't. Fortunately not. I had the jacket on, and I sat on the heated benches, and then as soon as I got called in, I'd run in for my few plays, and then I'd run back out with the jacket on, bundle up. So, I played smart.
And I'm going to take you inside the world of pro football. I've never played the game, but I'm going to take you inside the world of pro football.
Okay.
You're sitting on that heated bench. Your feet are behind there because there's hot air blowing on your feet. Your helmet is sitting on a heated thing right
So
there.
it's nice and warm,
You put that
ready
helmet
to
on.
go.
And you take that jacket off, and your first word is "damn."
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
So
guarantee
it's not as bad as we make it seem sometimes. I mean, when you're on the field, though, you definitely feel it. But fortunately, it wasn't too cold. I didn't have anything too brutal last year. So, and I'm not a fan of cold.
No.
Rain.
We
or
had cold in
anything like that.
Michigan.
Yeah, I know. It was rough. Rough drives.
There's another thing about the Lions I want to talk about. Look, pro football, man. I get to talk to pro football. The Thanksgiving Day game.
Yes.
Now, how cool is it to be part of that?
Yes, for me, I mean, it's amazing, to be honest with you. Like I said, I sat out a year, and so the year before I played 2 weeks with the Titans and then was released the entire year. So I was back here in Baltimore, and I was able to be with my family for Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything, which, to a lot of people that's awesome, but to me, like I told my mother, hopefully I don't see you on Thanksgiving. I can FaceTime you or something like that. So for me, my girlfriend came out and we had Thanksgiving Day dinner at our place. But for my mother and my family to be home and enjoying a Thanksgiving meal while
Watching
their
you.
son is
Yeah, with
playing,
you on
or
TV.
grandson or nephew is playing, that's
pretty
amazing
cool.
to me. So,
Yeah.
so it was great. And Christmas as well. I had Chinese food on Christmas. I didn't get a big meal
You
or
Jewish?
anything like that. No, I just didn't get a big meal. Yeah.
I'm Jewish. That's the old joke. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chris? No, a little Chinese, couple movies.
Right.
There it is. one of them deals. Who's your when you're out there to win.
Yes.
Well, for instance, when we're on TV, we're out there to win. But I walk out the door, I see Sarah Caldwell, Donna Hamilton, Jamie Costa. We're all friends. We all do the thing. Who is the person that you most admire currently playing in the NFL?
Ooh, great question. I'd have to go with. There's a few. I mean, there's probably too many to name, but I'll go with some guys on my team. And then I remember. Well, I'll start with Baltimore since I'm in Baltimore. I guess my rookie year, I remember really liking the way Elvis Dumervil worked, and I remember seeing, his, he was a Pro Bowler, and making a load of money, but he worked like he was just the last guy on the roster, still trying to make the team. After practice, he would be still working out. And, you know, for me as a young guy entering the NFL, I could look at him and be like, okay, so, you know, that's why he's a Pro Bowler. That's the type of work ethic that it takes to be great and successful in this league. You know, I also, in Detroit, I also admire Haloti Ngata, Ziggy Ansah, Tahir Whitehead, guys like that who, you know, Haloti and Ziggy, they're Pro Bowlers, and Haloti's on his 5th Pro Bowl, but if you saw him practice, he still, you know, practices like he's a rookie and hungry, you know, for more in the NFL. So Ziggy, he's on maybe his 5th or 6th year playing football, and he's just, you know, a freak of nature. So, you know, and he's a very humble guy. I mean, all the guys that I admire are guys that are great at what they do and have potential to be even greater, and they still work like they're, you know, the lowest guy on the totem pole, but more importantly, all of them are humble, and you know, I really respect and admire that.
That's really cool. That, I mean, it really honestly is. And props to you. You know, here's a basketball, one of the greatest quotes in the history of sport basketball, Jim Valvano. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Yeah.
You didn't give up.
Yes, sir.
You could have given up twice.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely could have. It was some very long days, a very long season when you're turning on, you know, speaking about that time when I was unemployed, you're turning on the TV and you're watching, you know, other people play, and you feel like you can do a better job.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember working out. Sometimes Monday Night Football or something would be on. I'd go get on the treadmill and turn it on and just run the entire game. Or, you know, sometimes I couldn't even watch the game. But
I get it.
But, you know, continue to go to the gym. I actually signed up for arena football, and 3 days later, they had the only year they've ever done it. They had a veteran combine, thank God. You know, the only year they didn't do it this year or anything like that. And they had a veteran combine. I literally flew down to Orlando, signed up to play arena ball, and got an email saying I got invited to it, and, you know, ended up going to the combine and having a great day at the office. So I went from no offers at all and the whole year unemployed to 16 offers from teams, and
That's great.
Incredible.
Now they say, I think I'm two of that. There was 105 people invited to the combine, 2,000 applicants, and I was one of 2 people to actually make an active roster.
Wow.
So God is good, and
Incredible.
like you said, you just gotta never give up.
Never give up.
That's so cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And now you're. Now
Football
you're going.
camp.
Now you're going.
Another dream.
Now you maybe give that spark to some young kid,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
whether it's in
Definitely.
football or maybe just in life. That's cool.
And you